Hello everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope today has gone well for you, and I hope that this week has gone well for you. So far we've made it through a little over half the week. Today is the end of Wednesday, October the 4th. So far all we have left is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And congratulations, we have made it through the week. That's all we have left. And so really hope that you all end the week out strong. Hope you all are able to achieve whatever you are looking to achieve this week and beyond, of course. On my end, I'm doing good. The job is going well. I'm definitely enjoying the fact that I have more time off than I did before. That's something that I definitely enjoy. Even though the days are like really long days, and that does kind of leave me tired sometimes. I do apologize for not uploading as much as I was doing. I really need to kind of get back into the routine of uploading. That's something that, like, I need to set that goal, and I'm sure that you all wouldn't mind me uploading a little bit more too. But I mean, it's been like, I think 8 days since my last upload. I try to do, like, I really want to get back to like 4 to 5 times a week like I was, but I gotta do at least one a week, bare minimum one a week. It's just, I got like other stuff going on and everything. I am moving into another apartment. It's gonna be an apartment that's like way smaller than the one that I have, because I mean, the simple fact is I don't need the space. Like, I have so much empty space, and I'm sure you all have heard me talk about this before. My apartment is basically empty. I thought when I moved in here that I would need the space and that I would fill in the space with like furniture and stuff, but that just never happened because I just didn't really care to buy a whole bunch of furniture. I mean, I have a recliner and that's it, and then my office chair that I'm sitting in now, and my little bitty desk, and that's it. That's all I really need. I think I'm a minimalist to a certain degree. I don't need a lot of room. Like, my next apartment's gonna be way smaller. And so I'll be moving in the 21st, October 21st. I'll move on out. I finally set the date that I'm gonna move on out of here. Can't wait. So I've been kind of getting that together and just kind of packing my stuff here and there. I actually have a lot of the old boxes that I was using to like move into this apartment. All I did was put them in in my closet. My closet is huge, and I don't even use up that room like that in the closet. Like, I don't use it up. I just put all the stuff that I don't use like that in the closet, really. And that doesn't even take up all the space, so, but, it's raining outside. I don't know if you all can hear it. It's been raining all day, and it rained like off and on yesterday. And we really need this heat here in Texas. It's been unusually hot, especially for October. It's supposed to be a bit cooler than it is now. It's kind of just a tad. It's kind of cooled down just a tad bit. It's not even cool. That's not even the right word to use. The temperature has lowered a bit since its peak in like July, August, but it's still very warm outside. Somewhat uncomfortably warm too, but it's just not quite as bad as it once was. So we are on the trajectory towards cooler temperatures. That's how I'll put it. But yeah, thankfully, because it's been a hot summer, record-setting heat this summer. And you know what? I'm sure next summer is gonna be the same exact way. So, and it's so funny. Have y'all ever thought about this? When it's like really hot outside, you wish it was like really cold. And when it's really cold outside, you wish it was hot. Have y'all ever thought that thought before? Like, or am I the only one that's thought that thought? I don't know. I might be the only one, but I be thinking that. I'm like, God, it's so hot outside. If only it was cold. Then in the wintertime, it's so cold outside. If only it was like warm or hot. It's just funny how that goes. But anyway, I want to talk about jobs again, right? Minimum wage. The federal minimum wage here in the United States is $7.25 an hour. Now we know that's not enough for anybody to live on, so a lot of states have risen their minimum wage to $10, 12 hours. $10 an hour, $12 an hour, $13.50 an hour, $15 an hour. Is which state has a $15 an hour minimum wage? I forgot. Is it California? Because even if it's $15 an hour over there, it's nothing that you can buy or even rent for if you're making $15 an hour. It's not enough. And so I was just on Indeed today. I was just bored, just kind of looking at jobs, and I typed in cashier, and there were so many openings, literally like thousands of job openings, and they all had the you know how on Indeed you can like click on the instant apply, I think that's what it's called, or easy apply or something like that, where you just literally submit your resume to the company. There were so many jobs like that because it's a cashier job. Like, you can literally get pretty much anybody off the street to do that job. And but the problem is the job doesn't pay anything. I'm seeing $8 an hour, $9 an hour, $11 an hour, $13 an hour. Like, that's not gonna cut it. That's not enough for a lot of people. And I'm like, man, that's why you see thousands of these jobs open, because these are not jobs that are going to provide any living. And I just kind of think back to the fact that way back, several decades back, you could actually like make it on minimum wage but I mean, this was back in like the 60s and 70s. And the general idea behind minimum wage was to keep companies from just flat out exploitation. Now, we know that happens now, but I mean, without minimum wage, it would be even worse. You'd have companies paying like $4 an hour here in 2023, like if we didn't have the minimum wage. So that kind of protects against that, or that was the general idea when the minimum wage came into effect. But now it's just, inflation has skyrocketed. It's gotten out of control, and it's not keeping up. And so when I scroll through the cashier jobs, I was just like, man, the people that are going to take this job are people that just are unable to find anything better. But here's the problem with finding something better. It's a lot more difficult to find something better, right? The fact is, you have to have some sort of skill or degree in a certain type of field to even make a livable wage. And it's very debatable as to whether that's right or not. Should everybody be able to earn minimum wage? I think so, because at one time you could do really almost every job and actually earn enough to keep a roof over your head, at least keep food on the table. But I mean, nowadays you need at least what, in order to keep a roof over your head. Well, I mean, this depends on where you live, but in general, I would say closer to about $20 an hour just to keep a roof over your head. And there's a lot of jobs that just simply don't pay that. And then a lot of these companies, they want to bring you on part time so that you don't really get any actual benefits. It's just, you look at the direction that the job market and jobs and employment in general is going, and it's always keep the wages right here as inflation shoots up like that. And it's like, man, it's kind of something to think about, right? Minimum wage, should it be increased? If minimum wage were to be increased, right, I think it should be about $20 an hour, because anything under that, man, it's just. But you know what? I know what the argument is going to be as well. The argument is going to be that, well, I worked hard in school to earn a living wage. How does this person that doesn't even have any sort of education or actual real skill get to earn that much money? And it's like, well, that person needs to survive, right? And I'm not saying make it to where you're making you can buy a 6 or 7 bedroom house from it, but I'm just saying, just a basic roof over your head. I just think about that. You're working, you're giving your labor away to make the company richer. Shouldn't they at least pay you enough to survive? Just think about that. They're getting richer off of your labor, your time, your energy. Isn't it fair that they at least in exchange get a place to stay, or at least make enough to get their own place? I just kind of think about that sometimes. And I know there's going to be people that disagree with me, and they're going to say, well, you have to earn the right to make a living. You don't deserve to make a living just because you work a job. But then it's like, at the same time, I kind of think about that statement. You don't deserve to make a living unless you actually have a real skill, a real education that actually leads to a job. You don't deserve that, right? That's what some people will say, but it's like, what if you're on the other side? What if, let's say, even worse, you did go to school, you do have an actual skill, but for some reason the job market in your field is so competitive that you can't find a job in your field. So what are you stuck at? Minimum wage work that anybody off the street can get. But who am I to say that that person doesn't deserve to put a roof over their head instead of being homeless? I saw statistics somewhere that said 40% of homeless people work a job. It's just something I think about. Just this idea of living and making a living. At $15 an hour, you're pretty much gonna need a roommate. At $10 an hour, I don't even know what you're gonna do at $10 an hour. Maybe if you're lucky, you can find like somebody on Craigslist that'll let you like rent out a room, maybe. I mean, that's the only way at such a low pay rate, or just be homeless. Hmm. What do y'all think? Am I wrong here? These are just the thoughts that go through my head. Um, a living. I think everybody should make a living. But here's the thing, we don't have enough jobs that pay a living wage. We have way more jobs that don't pay a living wage versus jobs that do pay a living wage. Why is that? You know? Well, part of the reason is because the companies have to make more and more profit, which means, hey, somebody's got to get screwed. I don't know. I just think about that, and it's kind of sad. I live in an area that has a pretty high amount of homeless people, and it's just every time I drive by them, it's like if society was different, would I see all these homeless people around here? Probably not. If every job paid a living wage, would I see all these homeless people around here? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you never know. There's still gonna be some people that just choose not to even like participate in society, but it would be a lot less. I know that for sure. And yes, like I say, there's a lot of people that say you don't deserve a living wage just because you exist. But I've thought about that statement, and I'm just like, what if I was in that position talking like that and my role was reversed, and I'm in a situation where I'm in a field that has zero demand, so now here I am stuck with like working fast food or some sort of job like that. It's like if you don't have like roommates and stuff, you're probably going to end up on the street. Or if you don't live with your parents, it's either live with your parents or live with roommates. You're not going to actually be able to afford like your own place. Something to think about. It's something to think about. I don't know. I just got off. Well, actually, I didn't just get off. I got home from work maybe 3 hours ago, but I had a pretty good drive. I drove about 400 miles today. Um, while I was driving, you do a lot of thinking. And today, for some reason, this was just on my mind. And I was just going through just thought after thought about that. And it's just like, man, there's so much struggle out here, especially now with all this inflation. Minimum wage. That's all the jobs that I saw when I typed in cashier on Indeed. There were thousands of them, but thousands of jobs that don't pay much. And yeah, I know it's unskilled labor. Like, it didn't take you going to any sort of school or getting a trade to get that job, but I don't know. Can somebody in the comments below tell me where I'm wrong at? Is it true that most of these companies just can't afford to pay people a living wage? Should a company be in business if they can't pay their employees enough to put a even basic roof over their head and food to survive on the table? I don't know. That's how a lot of these companies are ran. Let me know what y'all think. But anyway, if I'm wrong, then hey, I'm willing to. This is one of these videos where it's like I really, really want to hear what you all think, because I'm like, what if I'm wrong? What if there's something that I'm missing? I'm open to conversation. Just let me know in the comments below. Um, but anyway, I do definitely, of course, first and foremost, before anything, I hope you're relaxed by this video, and I do hope that this video does kind of, you know, spark something in your brain to just kind of think about this. Think about this. But because it's a big issue in this country, and we got to talk about it more. I think minimum wage hasn't increased since '09. I definitely do think it needs to increase though. 2009 was the last time it increased. It increased to $7.25 an hour, and it's been the same since. I don't know. If companies paid more too, if you really think about it, you'd have less need for like these like um social like welfare programs and stuff, like food stamps and like WIC and all these other types of programs. If the jobs paid more, you wouldn't even need those programs. And think about it, the national debt would, well, I don't know if it would go down. It wouldn't rise as fast, let's just say that, because they do spend a lot of money on a lot of other things in Washington as well. So they just love to spend. They spend like money grows on trees. Or does it? No, I'm just playing. But yeah. Let me just go ahead and close out this video. We're at the 22-minute mark. Really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to upload something tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but stay tuned for that. I actually wanted to talk about this. Well, you can't really see it. It's this new tea I got. It's this herbal tea. I want to talk about it, but I'll do that in the next video. But anyway, thank you all for watching and have a great evening.